Hey guys, Trent here. Happy Monday. Thank you so much to all the new members that have joined this group, the Millionaire Book Club. Anybody knows me, I'm wild about reading. I love getting at least 10 pages in the morning, 10 pages at night, and every single day. I try to read at least 12 books a year, and then I read books over and over until I really absorb all the content. So for all the new people who maybe aren't really into reading yet, or they are just getting started, I wanted to give you a few recommendations of books that I like, maybe for someone who is new and adjusting to this type of ritual. So I wanted to start with this book, The Four Agreements, okay? The Four Agreements talks about like how you live, like how you should be as a person to be the best you can be. The four agreements include: don't take anything personally, always do your best, be impeccable with your word, and don't make assumptions. I think about all four of these mostly on a daily basis because something happened to me and I'm just like, okay, let's not assume anything, or let's not take that personally. Shit happened, okay? Another one I wanted to bring up was Think and Grow Rich. This is a good one because it talks about Henry Ford and Dale Carnegie, all these millionaires in the past that were super successful. It dives into detail of like how they did what they did. It's really a good book on systems. It is an older book, so you have to keep that in mind when you read it. It's I feel like it needs like a reboot, but I wanted to bring up my personal favorite, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. This book is about a guy who is very successful now, but when he was young, he had his own father who was kind of like a corporate industry worker, just kind of hourly wage guy. But his friend's dad, which was his rich dad, was like a businessman, and he taught him a lot about finance and being a business-minded person. It's a really good book. I've read that book so many times. This one is by Jay Papasan called The One Thing. And this one just pretty much talks about taking your business and everything to the next level. Like breaking barriers, and then of course the title, he says, focus on the one thing you can do right now to improve yourself. And it's a really good book. I've read this one a few times. It's very good. And this one, I mean, I've been blown away by this book. I'm still actually almost done with it. I'm still reading it, but the 48 Laws of Power. Now, this can be taken the wrong way, like sociopath kind of stuff, but there's 48 laws in here of power, basically. And I mean, who wouldn't want to be successful and powerful in their lives? So this author goes into 48 different laws. He derives stories from the past about people in history who have either used this law or unsuccessfully used this law. So, I mean, real quick, a couple of them are like, real quick, like the first four: never outshine the master. So you have a teacher or a mentor, you don't want to outshine them. Such and stuff like this, you just have to kind of go through this. Always say less than necessary. That's a good one. I mean, have you ever talked too much and talked yourself into a hole, gotten in trouble? So 48 Laws of Power. It's actually a pretty tough read. It's so much stuff in here, but I love this book. So there you have it. 5 books. If you want to get started, I recommend starting maybe even in that order. So once again, thank you so much for being in my group. My name is Trent. Put in the comments what kind of problem you have today. Maybe I have a book for you. Have a good one.